Hi, welcome to my channel Ruby Stedman. Today I'll be teaching you how to knit with your finger this gorgeous cowl. It's done with loops yarn, loops boucle. Very easy, very fast and gorgeous set to do. Last week we did the hat, now we're doing the matching cowl. I hope you guys liked it and give it a try, and here is the list of material you're gonna need to make it. If you are not already a subscriber, please subscribe and click on the little bell. That way you get notification each time I upload a video. Remember, I do my videos in Spanish and English. If you ever receive a Spanish video, look at the main page of my channel and then you will find the version of that video in English. This piece is really soft and really comfortable. It's gorgeous. To do this neck warmer or cowl, that is the matching set with the hat that I did last week, I'm gonna use the same yarn loops boucle from Loops and Thread, 100 grams or 15 meters, super bulky sex. The color is vanilla beans and is 82% acrylic, 13% nylon, 5% polyester. I'm gonna use one of these. Tapestry needle and scissor, and if you have arthritis and you can do the knitting with your fingers, you can use an 8mm crochet hook. To start, I'm gonna cut one of these boucle to do the sewing when you close the circumference, and that's enough. And then now we're gonna start doing or neck warmer or cowl. We're gonna start with the border of our piece, and I want to do a border like this one. So we're gonna start with these three and here. So the third one you're gonna pass it through the first one, and then the next one you're gonna pass it through that second one that is in here. Then now the next one you're gonna pass it in the left side, and then the next one, the next loop, and the right side, and the left, and then the next one and the right, and like that you're going to continue. For my hat I did 32, and for this one I'm going to do 38, okay, because you don't need this too loose, you just need it to go through your head with no pulling or anything. So how you know when you have your the amount of stitch is when you count. You have to have even number or multiple of 2. So you will start counting. This one is the first one in here, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this one in here is open like that, but that will be number 6. So you have to have 37 in here, and 38 will be open like that, okay. So if you're working with a crochet hook, because you don't can work with your finger, is exactly the same. You pass through one, you go to the next one, you go to the next one, and so on until you have the amount of stitches that you need to pass through your head in multiple of 2, okay. So I'll meet you here when I have my 37 done and 38 open. Make sure that you don't leave one stitch without working underneath, because it's easy to grab the next one without realizing that you're leaving one hanging in here, okay. I finished with the length that I want for mine. I have 37 here, and this one make 38. So the next loop you're gonna pass it through those 2. Now we're gonna close the circumference of our piece, and you're gonna make sure that this is not twisted, like so. You see the chain is on the top, so you're gonna come here, you pass this to the front like this, it will be easier. And then you see you have these 2 in here, and then you're gonna grab the third one here, and you're gonna pass the next loop, and like that you close your circumference. And when you finish all the way around with this one, you will close here. So now you see it's not twisted. You're gonna pass through the loops in the back strand, and you're gonna have 38 of these loops, counting this one as the first one. Okay, and you're gonna pass it through that back strand, and I hope you guys can see well what I'm doing, and making sure that you don't leave one of these like that. Okay, and if you're working with the crochet hook, because you don't can work with your finger, you pass it like so. So when you have all your 38 stitches, I will meet you here. Here I have my 38 loops. So now I'm going to close them here. And what I'm going to do with the crochet hook, I'm going to pass it through. You see, from this side to this one under. I'm going to pass it through. I'm holding this one that way I don't lose them. And then you're going to pass this one. Let me see. Inside this one. And then you're going to pass it through the center of these two, and then you're going to pass it through the center of these two to the back. And like that, you recreated an extra the stitch there to close, and you don't have a seam in here. Now we're going to start with row 1 of the design. Now we're going to start with the first row, and this one is the first one. This was the last one because still attached to the ball of yarn. So you're going to start passing this one from the back to the front, and then you go to the next one from the front to the back. You pass this one to the back, from the back to the front, and you do 1 net 1 purl, and then this one from the front to the back, and making sure that you don't leave any of this loop in between loose. So from the back to the front, and from the front to the back. And if you're working with the crochet hook, it's the same, making sure that you don't leave any stitch in between. This one to the front, and from the back, and front. I like it better with my finger, and making sure that I don't leave any in between. And like that, you're going to do this round, and then I will meet you here to show you the next one. So I just realized that this came with a knot in here, and if I continue like that, the knot will be visible because I had to do a purl. It will be the next, and like that it will be in the front. So what I'm gonna do to hide that knot is my next loop, that is a net stitch. I'm gonna pass those two together, and then the next one is a purl, and now that is hidden behind. the next round. When I do the next round, I will pass my stitch through these two, and you don't want to see the knot in here. Okay, I finish here with my purl, and we are here at the beginning. So you finish with the purl and you start with the net. That's why you need even number for your piece. So you go to the next one and do a purl. You're going to continue with that design, going around until you have the desired length. For mine, I think I'm going to do like 13 round, and then I will check if that's enough, or I can do more. Okay, but just like that, making sure that you do purl the purl and net the nets, and just bypassing the loops to the front, you create those purl. I find that this yarn is totally different as the one that I bought for the hat. I bought them at the same time, the same color, the same brand and everything, but the texture of the loops are different. I realized that after, here at home, that they look different. These ones are more loose, the stitch, the loops, you see the strand of the yarn, and this one is more compact. You see, you don't see the strands. I don't realize that when I bought it, that they're gonna be that different. I just grabbed the same color, the same, and that was a little of a mistake. So when I went to the store and bought the other ones, I bought them looking at the color and looking at the loops as well. So you're going to continue like this, netting the nets and purling the purl until you have your desired length. Like I said, for mine, going to be around 13-14 rows. So if you place your piece like this, and in between you put the yarn, you see the ones in the back are the purl and the ones in the front are the net. So this will be in the center in between. It'll be easier. You see, this one is purl and the next one is a net and it's already in the back, and this one's already here in the front at the purl. And the next one is just right here behind the net, and it will be much easier to work and to see where you have to do the next stitch. You see, because they separate like this. You see, the front are the net and the one in the backs are the purl, and if you see this on top of it in between like that, oops, it's much easier to work with. They're ready in the place where they're supposed to be. Making sure that you don't leave one without working, because otherwise you'll have to undo your work and go back again. Here I have the length. I did 15 round. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15 is the one with the loops open. Now we're going to close the loops. So we're going to start as we've been doing so far. You're going to pass the next loop through that one, and in the next one you're going to pass the next one, but this time in a net stitch, and then you're going to pass the second one inside the first one. Now again, you go to the next stitch, pass the loop from the back to the front, and you're gonna pass that stitch inside the other one. And again, you're gonna pass this inside this one, and you're gonna pass this one like so. I will show you one more time. Okay, this is the last one, and then this is the beginning of the round. So you're gonna pass it like this, the first one and the second, and you're gonna pass the second inside the first one, and you go to the next one, pass this one, and you're gonna pass that one inside the other one from before, like so. You're gonna create in this sideways, and make sure you don't skip one stitch, because if you leave one like that, that come undone. Okay, so again, you're gonna pass that one and this one for the inside. So you're gonna continue doing this round like that. I am in the last one, and this is what I have left over. If you like, you can do 16 round or 17 round, that way you can use everything, but I did 15. I like it with 15 for mine. So in here we finish. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna come here to the first one, and in between this one here, we're gonna pass the next loop. You're gonna pass this one inside the last one, and now again you're gonna pass this one back the same way you put it in, to the inside, and like that will be your piece. Okay, with a nice even finish. Now you're gonna cut a few of these, and you're gonna open them up, and you're gonna pass it through here to secure the loop, and you're gonna sew the ends. I had to record in Spanish, so I will show you now when I'm done that how we're gonna do this. So that's very easy. So what you have to do now is to lose that tail, lose the first tail, and it will look really nice and even in here. You see? So it's a nice finish, and This is the leftover, with the leftover from the cowl, and from the hat you can do a headband or you can do a mini cowl, so it's up to you. So now I'll finish this and I'll show you the end result. Well, this is the end result, and the piece look amazing with the hat all together. Is incredible, and we made it with our fingers. And in here, this is the beginning of the piece, and that was the end where we cast off our stitches, and it look amazing. If you are some of those ladies that sell your work, this will sell right away. And now that it's half price sale at Michael's, it's even more, you make a little bit more extra for your work. And it's very fast and easy. Let me tell you, you'll be amazed how fast it's done. So I hope you guys like it, and give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're not already a subscriber. And if you make any of my pieces and you want to send me some picture, you can do it through my Facebook page, Ruby Stedman Crochet, or my Instagram, Ruby Stedman Crochet. Please share my videos with friends and family. That way you help me grow here in YouTube. I wish you have a beautiful day.